As a child, the centre of my world was my maternal grandmother, Baba. It was my Baba who looked after me through those endlessly long days of childhood. As the South African morning sun rose higher and it became too hot for us to keep working in her vegetable garden, we would retreat to the deep shade of the tangled branches that covered a large, dome-shaped rock. Baba would wipe the sweat off her brow and puff away at her first cigarette of the day. Just behind our refuge, across a rusty barbed wire fence, lay our neighbour Goldrich's farm. Mandela and the others in Umkhonto's leadership lived and operated from there, undercover. In August of 1962, the caretaker at Lily's Leaf was arrested in a roadblock, but that man was Nelson Mandela. Years later, when Mandela was the world's most famous prisoner, and I was a young man rebelling against society and apartheid, Baba would tell me about her neighbour's blue-overalled gardener, as she called Mandela. "He was a good boy, very well-mannered," she would say with a mischievous smile. Mandela, ever the gentleman, could not resist bringing the milk down to my gran. At least, that's how I imagine it. Mandela's release itself was a pretty surreal series of events for me. As a fledgling photographer, I was thrilled when a British agency asked me to cover it. It was a great chance to make a break into the business. But I was torn, had to choose between two competing once-in-a-lifetime shoots. I decided to drive 2,000 kilometers north, away from Mandela's release. The chance to document a secret ritual in the realm of the fabled Rain Queen won through. Just a few months after Mandela's release, the townships around Johannesburg had erupted in violence between the ANC and the Zulu-dominated Inkatha Freedom Party. The public utterances of the ANC were that the violence was state-sponsored, with a murky third force at work. It was in this atmosphere that my path indeed crossed Mandela's. To my professional fortune and personal misfortune, I photographed two killings in the first month of violence. The first was of Inkatha supporters killing an alleged ANC supporter. The second was of ANC supporters stabbing and burning alive a man said to be Inkatha. The event was filmed by the BBC, who later approached Mandela for comment. He said, as it was a white man who had taken those images, it was understood that the white man's aim, my aim, was to show the ANC as barbaric, unable to govern. I photographed Mandela frequently through the years. He would always recognize the regulars and greet us warmly. I doubt he ever connected me to the photography he had publicly reviled. On several occasions I was tempted to ask him about my Baba and the milk bottles. By then, Baba was lost in the distant realm of senility, and not being able to share it with her made it all seem meaningless. Mandela's life as president-in-waiting was filled with drama, both political and personal. He loyally stood by his wife Winnie during her trial for the kidnapping of murdered child activist Stompie Sepai. She was acquitted, but her status as mother of the nation had been forever tarnished. As the endgame of apartheid played itself out, Mandela's leadership was impeccable. From the bloody massacres at Boipatong to the assassination of Chris Hani, Mandela never wavered from his goal. He used each incident to keep pressure on the white regime in the protracted negotiations towards a non-racial South Africa. Looking through my cupboard full of images, most of the negatives seemed foreign, as if someone else had taken the photographs. Mandela campaigned tirelessly ahead of the 1994 election, and the ANC won with ease. Mandela went on to prove he was a great leader, and to my mind, without precedent in modern politics.